So welcome to second video on freight and passenger consideration. The 2A, the video number 2A talks about freight, and this is the 2B that will talk about passenger considerations. So let's look at the way forward. Let's share the screen and then we continue the discussions. So we are talking about passenger considerations. So we said that we look at first the individuals who travel from place to place. What are some of the important considerations at the airport or at the seaport? Mostly, you see that human beings are using the airport for international travels, and goods are more conveniently transported through sea for international freight. So for passenger consideration, most of the discussions will be around the airport system. My name is Fanuel, and enjoy. So what are the operational differences between passengers and freight? We can tell that passengers are human beings normally, and freight are like non-human beings. So goods, yes, let's put it that way. So you can see that passengers, they board, they get off, and they they transfer without assistance. So they are human beings, so they're able to move around easily. Human beings or passengers are able to process information and act on it without any assistance. Then human beings or passengers are able to make choices between transport modes without assistance, but often they can be irrational because there are maybe certain transport modes that you think that this should be the most convenient, but they may decide otherwise. Then we also have passengers who normally require accommodation to comfort, related to comfort and safety. So human beings want accommodation when they're traveling. Like basically, we're looking at the comfortable seats in the car and in the aircraft, for example, and then protection. That's basically what we talk about accommodation, not a house to sleep in, basically. Yeah. But in like many aircraft these days, you can even have the business or first class that have something like a mini accommodation within the aircraft. Okay, but of freight, they cannot read, they cannot move, so mostly they are managed by individuals who work on freight. So let's look at airport procedures for passengers. There are departure procedures and there are arrival procedures. Before you embark on international travel, you need to check in and drop off your baggage at the airports. That is after you have done all the ticket buying, visa processes, and you understand all those things, and they are working for you at the airport. You need to check in and also drop off your baggage, go through security check, go through immigration. The security check, the purpose is to ensure that you're not carrying goods that are not supposed to be on board. And the migration formalities to be sure that wherever you're traveling to, you have the necessary documentation. These are to help passengers to ensure that they don't get disappointed at the point of at their destination ports, or where they realize that they are carrying contraband goods, or they are actually having the wrong passport or something. Yeah. So it helps a lot. Then boarding gate access and flight boarding procedures are explained. All right. So you have to make sure you get to the boarding gate on time and you can fly. When you arrive at your destination too, you need to go through arrival and migration formalities to be sure that you have access to that country, and baggage access, you claim your baggage and then you can now go on to access the ground transport to wherever you are going. So customs and migration procedures at the airports. There's a video lecture which I've sent the link to you earlier via class. You can look at it. Then for security procedure at the airport too, we work with the video lecture that came with. And general airports, you come across things like do not leave your bag unattended to. So these are airport policies and regulations. So we also look at the video lectures on that. And then, so we now want to look at difference between check-in luggage and hang luggage. So normally when you're traveling, you need to get your check-in luggage, make sure that your check-in luggage works well with the rules and regulations. Normally, it's able to carry a wide variety of things, like liquid and other things, but your hand luggage does not carry liquid most of the time. And so when you are traveling, you need to ask at the airport which of the things can go into check-in or hand luggage. You can even read about these things online. All right, so that ends it for this lecture 2B.